Alright guys, so this video is going to focus on how do we find out is x plus 4 a factor of p of x is equal to 2x cubed plus 14x squared plus 23x minus 4. So essentially if you're given a polynomial function, so typically you're going to be given this kind of problem in functions that have high powers to the third power, fourth power, fifth power. And this specific question is asking, is x plus 4 a factor of this? So is it a factor? Is this a possible zero for this function? Is essentially what we're being asked. So this problem involves synthetic division. Okay, so I do have a separate video that focuses solely on synthetic division. If you want to pause this video and pay attention to that one and go watch that real quick just to get the process of synthetic division down, that would probably be helpful before stepping into this video here. Otherwise, if you are already familiar with synthetic division, then all we have to do here is take our factor and test it. So it gave us x plus 4. So essentially, if this is a factor, it is a zero of the function. So if it's a zero of the function, right, so it's where this graph would cross the x-axis. So this is one of the solutions to it. So what you want to do is you do want to go ahead and set this equation equal to 0. Sorry, I'm getting a little carried away with myself there. Take this little mini function, set it equal to 0, and solve. So if I solve this really quickly, I get that x is equal to negative 4. So negative 4 is actually the factor, or it's actually the zero that we're trying to test here. Is negative 4 a solution to this equation? Now, we're going to find out. So we're going to test negative 4. So we're going to test that by using synthetic division. So to set up synthetic division, remember we are focusing on the coefficients of our polynomial. So we have a 2, a 14, a 23, and a negative 4. So just write them out spaced like that. Okay, and we're testing negative 4, so negative 4 is going to go on the outside here, and we're going to do synthetic division. So remember, synthetic division always drop down the first one, so we're dropping down that 2. And then what we do is we do 2 times our tested factor here. So 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. And we put that here in the second column here. And then we're going to add these together. 14 plus negative 8 gives me a 6. And then we're going to multiply again. 6 times negative 4 is a negative 24. And when we add these two together, 23 plus negative 24 is a negative 1. And multiply again. 1 times negative 4 is a positive 4. And when we add these together, we get a 0. That is what you're looking for when you do synthetic division. If you get a 0 here in the final spot, then yes, the number you tested is a factor. It is a 0 of the equation. So this is a yes. X plus 4 is a factor of that polynomial. Now, you can even go further and write the remaining polynomial for this one here. Sometimes a lot of textbooks will ask for that as well. Remember that we got these top numbers up here from the coefficients of our equation. So these 3 numbers that we're left with, we do the same thing. We put them back into the equation, making sure that you always go from right to left. Your rightmost number is your constant, x to the first, x to the second, x to the third, and so on. So that means the negative 1 is my constant, the 6 is my x to the first coefficient, and the 2 is my x to the second coefficient. So this would be the remaining polynomial that we would get after factoring out the minus 4. Otherwise, that's how you find if a factor or if there's a particular 0 for a polynomial. Just do synthetic division with it and test it. Had we gotten anything other than 0, it would have been a no for negative 4, right? You have to get 0 in order for it to be a factor. Otherwise, that's it for this video.